to get going. Gotta catch those runners taking off like a Boeing. If the volume spikes, then it's time to trade. Mighty 90 setting up, it's time to get paid. Navigation trading on the mic, time to get focused. We don't need any indicator, hocus pocus. It's all about the price, just watch it move. Manage your risks so you don't lose. The first hour of trading is all we need. Focus on the patience and forget about greed.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's day trading live stream for Monday, March 9th. Crazy volatility as the futures opened, but they have retraced some. S&P futures are only down 66, NASDAQ down 266, Russell down 37, Dow down 480. Gold is down 1%, silver barely green, notes and bonds a little bit red, 10-year yield up about 0.6%. Oil back under $100 a barrel. Oil hit, what was it, over 120? Hit 119.48, but back under $100 a barrel. Natural gas up 2.5%. Soybeans, wheat, and corn all spiking as well, but soybeans up 1%, wheat and corn up a little under 1%. Euro and the pound are both just slightly red, and Bitcoin is up over 0.5%. So quite a rebound from what the futures opened at last night. But we'll see what the volatility brings. Trump is speaking 30 minutes after the market closes today. Not sure what the topic is, if that was something already scheduled. Oh, he's due to speak at the Republican Members Issues Conference in Miami. So that was something already scheduled, but I'm sure he'll take it a few different directions. But that's after the market closes. No other scheduled econ news today. Looks like the expected move in SPX on the option chain is a little over 70. Good morning, all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. We do have CPI on Wednesday morning, pre-market. Unemployment claims pre-market Thursday, and then core PCE Friday, along with JOLTS and some other orange folder durable goods, and then GDP, all on Friday as well. I will be firing my 1 DTE and 3-4 put calendar. I've got my 1 DTE scheduled for 10 minutes after the bell, and then the 3-4 shortly after here. And here we go. Biggest movers on my board, HIMS struck a deal with Novo Nordisk, so it's up 45% still. Circle is up almost 6%, continuing its climb. MSTR also up, along with BMNR, and coin, crypto's all up. PLTR a little bit green. And most stuff, as you can imagine, in the red. A lot of quantum names down. Financials down, banks are weak. And then some of the Mag 7 are just kind of barely green, barely red. NASDAQ making a push almost back up to, well, a little ways away from yesterday, previous day low, but not too far. Same with S&P. It's in WAP with all the other transformers, Krush. Apple pushed, now dipping. Google pushing up to previous day low. Nvidia is about to go green. PLTR just went green. MU close to going green. All right, so my 3-4 just fired. Let me get that posted. And then, like I said, I'm going to delay my 1 DTE by about 10 minutes just to spread it out a little bit with the 3-4 so they don't both fire right at the open. I'm going to plan to do BICs today, but I paused my early tranches just to see what kind of shakeup we have here. S&P's initial bounce getting pushed back down. Nvidia still pushing higher into the positive territory. It's pretty strong. Nvidia showing some strength here. I'm going to load up some NVIDIA calls. 2 DTE. I would trade the 180s. Also PLTR, it would be the 4 DTEs. I would trade the 160s. AVGO also going green. AVGO, I would trade the 2 DTE 335s. As far as to the downside, Meta still holding below previous day low. Tesla, this little bounce getting shoved back down. MSTR still holding above previous day high. Crypto should actually be the names I'm looking at here. MSTR, I would trade the 4DTE, and I would trade the 139 calls. Tesla dropping, Microsoft dropping, Nvidia rejected, Coin and MSTR chopping near previous day highs. If I trade Tesla, I would trade the 385 puts. Coin is up almost 3%. Same with MSTR. AVGO holding up, still trying to go green, while Nvidia and some of the others are rejecting. AVGO looks like it wants to run. Assuming the market doesn't crater here, which is a possibility. Coin rejecting previous day high a little bit. Indices a little heavy. Bitcoin still pulling back, but nothing big. My 1DTE just fired. MSTR creeping back up to highs. Microsoft had pushed right up to previous day low and it rejected. All right, got some continued weakness coming in here. Crypto stocks still staying strong. Coin popping back up. MSTR through highs. Yeah, MSTR coin popping. Tesla staying weak, Nvidia staying weak. Bitcoin popping through highs. MSTR and coin extending. AVGO still just chopping around unchanged. Meta weak. Nvidia weak. Tesla weak. Yeah, early aggressive entry off of MSTR off of previous day high would have worked well. I had it loaded up, but I just wanted to be a little bit more patient this morning. Little more patient. S&P still near lows, NASDAQ near lows. Nvidia and Tesla breaking new lows. AVGO popping up to highs, getting a little dip buy up in the S&P and NASDAQ. So AVGO showing some good relative strength and the cryptos, especially MSTR. Big banks staying pretty weak. Hood, wow, Circle's up 10%. Circle really moving. Hood staying decently strong as well. Right at pre-market highs is Hood. Coin kind of rejected its previous day high. Tesla holding at lows. Not a lot of follow through with AVGO. I just entered a 3-4 DC time machine here. Let me get that posted. AMD kind of popping back up. Crypto's now pulling back a little bit. Tesla new lows. Tesla definitely showing relative weakness here. AVGO just ticked a new high. Coin rejecting hard now. MSTR as well. S&P and NASDAQ, Russell still at lows. PLTR pushing new lows. It tried to go green early, but it's back in the red. Tesla coming down with volume. Second bar was bigger than the first. Fourth bar was bigger than the first. AVGO, no continuation. It's back to unchanged. NVIDIA bouncing now. Apple just kind of choppy. Meta still super weak. No entries for me yet. Anybody take anything? Amazon all down except for the first 5 minutes. S&P dropping. Yeah, indices coming down now. Even the cryptos couldn't hold. Coin almost back down to unchanged on the day. MSTR still up 2.5%, but pretty decent pullback. Three, four put calendars already up 5%, and the 1DT is already up 9%. Little bouncing the S&P and NASDAQ. Big bounce in NVIDIA. A lot of the chips bouncing. AVGO is staying green. Tesla, all red. Still going down. Same with Amazon. Meta's trying to bounce a little bit. Bitcoin holding up. PLTR going through lows again. So S&P kind of bounced up and retested this pre-market low range. See if it rejects back down off that. I'm going to load up some SPY puts. 1 DTE SPY puts. I would trade the 663s. See if it rejects and we get more weakness. If not, won't take it, but let's see. Watching SPY here. 663 puts, 1 DTE. Watching SPY. All right, I'm going to take SPY. Filled at 452. That's the 663 puts, 1 DTE. See if we can get another push down to lows of day, potentially and beyond. I put a profit target in at 530 just to have something in there in case we roll over quickly here, but just watching. Might move that down a bit. AVGO still kind of chopping above the break-even line. Coinbase going red after being up 3+%. Getting a little strength coming in. Need to see SPY reject here to stay in. NVIDIA, nice little bounce. Getting close to going green. Bitcoin still holding up, pushing back above previous day high. AVGO just popped. Finally got that extension. Chips are bouncing, SMH bouncing. All right. SPY needs to reject here, otherwise I'll just cut it. All right, I'm just going to cut. Just looking for rejection, filled at 380. Bitcoin popping back up towards highs. Microsoft, which has been weak, decent bounce. NVIDIA going green. Even Tesla, a little bounce. PLTR bounce. AVGO still pushing. Yeah, so that relative strength as soon as the market started to bounce. AVGO took off. Big bounce in Meta, too, which has been weak. All right, we're getting a little bounce across the board, basically. One DTE is already up 20%, and I got in that 10 minutes after the market opened. Might be a 1 DTE Elmo kind of day. Forget 0 DTE, just trade 1 DTE. And back down we come. NVIDIA rejecting, trying to go green. Well, SPY really head faked me out. AVGO still pushing. Bitcoin's now rejecting. Tesla back down towards lows. Tesla through lows. Coinbase still going red. The old fake oil news trick got me, huh? Yeah, I opened my phone to check the futures right at 5, and Russell was down 4%. Oil was up 30%. I was like, oh boy, here we go. Tesla new lows. MSTR is now down back below lows of day, below yesterday's high. Nvidia rejected. Everything rejecting. Netflix at lows. AMD tried to go green, but it's getting pushed back down. Russell through lows. Nvidia back down below previous day low. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap the stream here. I may take something a little bit later if it sets up something that I like, but I don't see anything that I'd be interested in getting in anytime soon here. AVGO is still showing relative strength. Tesla is kind of the weakest. Coinbase now down below previous day low. Big rejection there after being strong early. It was up 3.5%. Now it's down 1.5%. Even though Bitcoin is still just kind of chopping in its first 5-minute range, basically. Tesla just big volume on the bounces and the flushes. So yeah, exactly, Tony. Don't be a hero today. Today is a day to kind of potentially size down. There will be plenty of premium to sell here for the near future with this volatility spike. VIX is 32. Woo! So yeah, I'll post if I see anything that I really like. Otherwise, we'll see everyone in Power Hour. Cheers.